One of my favorite tracker features is the AI remediation guidance. This is going to save your team so much time and money. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. We're inside of the project issues dashboard. I'm going to scroll down, and what you now see is really your audit report transposed inside of accessibility tracker. So we can see the individual issues, the location of the issues, the associated WCAG success criterion for each issue, and we can assign the individual issues to different team members. We can update the status of each issue, and we can sort by one of two prioritization formulas, and we can sort our entire audit report so that we are working on the issues that we want to focus in on first. But what I'm going to do now is view the individual issue. And so now we get all of the details for this issue. And again, these details have been extracted from your audit report and are now available to you inside of Accessibility Tracker. So some of the details include a fuller description, the applicable code for the issue, the recommended fix, and so on. So with this data, everything really opens up for us because now we have Accessibility Tracker's features in play. And one of these features, again, one of my favorites is the Analyze with AI. So I'm going to select this, and now comes up 5 different tools. And these tools really represent different prompts that your team can use to help them through this issue. So we have simplify and explain, we have alternative approaches, custom analysis, WCAG standards, and detailed technical answer. So let's just go ahead and put this into action with detailed technical answer. And so I'm going to generate analysis. And so what is happening is AI is now streaming how to fix this issue. And I can tell you, this tool is used by developers. This is really helpful for, especially if a developer is newer to accessibility, helpful for not only understanding the issue, but exactly what needs to be done. And then here we get into the more advanced code aspect of accessibility. But let me just go ahead and read what AI has streamed. We have the analysis of current implementation. We have detailed technical recommendations. And then underneath that, we have step 1, step 2, and then we have improved code snippets. So we can see some model code example here. And again, what's so important to note is that this is for your digital asset. This is AI working from the accessibility issues that were identified in the audit report. So this isn't just generic information. This is specific to your digital asset and fixing the accessibility issue that initially is on your digital asset and now will be fixed because your team is working on remediation. But this is so helpful for your team making fixes sooner, making fixes faster, and ultimately finishing the project sooner. Because also, as a part of this, there are going to be less rounds of validation because AI is here to guide your team. And most developers, most designers, most content editors are newer to accessibility. And so you get AI, it's helping guide through the fixes. And not only that, as your team is reading through these recommendations from AI, they're learning about accessibility and what is necessary for accessibility for your specific digital asset. So again, that's a very nice side benefit to this all. But just looking at this, we have a very nice detailed answer. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. And let's just say we have someone who is brand new to accessibility, has never heard of this before. We can go ahead and select the simplify and explain tool. I will now generate analysis, and AI is going to stream us. What is this issue in simple terms? Why does it matter for users with disabilities? How does it affect different types of users, and so on? So let's go ahead and clear this again. And let's go. It hasn't finished, so it's not letting me clear. As soon as it finishes, still going. Very detailed here. Provide a real world analogy to help understand the impact. All right, so there's the beginner's guide. Let's go ahead and just look at the alternative approaches. Let's say your team wants creative ideas on how to fix this issue. I will now generate analysis. And then we can see here, approach number 1, the conventional standard solution. And we have the pros and the cons of this along with the code. Approach 2, an alternative technical approach using JavaScript. So again, AI is continuing to stream, but you could see now, like, this isn't you going, your developer going back and forth with ChatGPT. There's no copying and pasting. Of course, you could go that route. It's just going to take you longer, and the result isn't going to be as specific. There's not going to be as much data. So what's also relevant here is Accessibility Tracker has all of the data for all of the different issues. So it all starts with the technical accessibility expert who is auditing your digital asset. They're bringing forward all of that information and data to your audit report. You are uploading that data, and now Accessibility Tracker has access to it, so you can have features like this AI tool that are going to accelerate your project. So we've built this to streamline accessibility projects. I'm the founder of accessible.org, so we've worked through this so many different times. We know how to make projects as efficient and as effective as possible. And so here we're working towards full WCAG conformance. And one fundamental difference that's so important, this is so important that you know this about Accessibility Tracker. It's audit based. So you've heard me talk about this. We're using the audit report data, but that shouldn't go overlooked because it's so important, because we want to track full WCAG conformance. And the only way we can do that is if we start with an audit report. If we're working from a scan, we're only going to be able to work from those issues that a scan is able to flag correctly. And as we all know, or as you might find out, scans are very limited. They are only going to flag approximately 25% of accessibility issues. And even as scans become better and we see scans that are incorporating AI, yes, they will flag more accessibility issues. But again, we're not after 100% scan score. We're after full WCAG conformance. And as of right now, and probably a few years to come, the only way to get that is through an accessibility audit report. And of course, implicit in the word audit is manual. So that's what we need to start off with. But once we have that foundation, then we can work from there. We can work towards 100% conformance, and we can track each individual issue through accessibility tracker. And it's not that you couldn't do this with an Excel spreadsheet and just going back and copying and pasting to ChatGPT, but just think about you're literally saving minutes for every single issue. And when we audit different digital assets, there are commonly over 80 issues and sometimes well over 100. So, and when you start to multiply that across different projects, let's say you have a website and a mobile app, then the minutes really start to stack up. So this is just so much more efficient and so much more effective. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you technical support hours. And you don't have to use an accessible.org audit report. You can use any audit report that's in Excel spreadsheet format. So, this is really here to streamline projects and save everyone a lot of time and a lot of money, keep things organized. It's just less energy needs to go into this because everything's really streamlined. Again, it's streamlined. It's all there for you. And yeah, the process is so much easier. So here you're flowing from the audit report to remediation, then validation, and then you have a few different rounds of validation until you finish off all of the issues, or at least you're aware of the issues that are remaining, and then you can complete your project. So that's really the end game here is we're going to accelerate the project. We're going to work through accessibility diligently, and we're going to be able to track progress every step of the way. So this is Accessibility Tracker. I will link to accessibilitytracker.com in the description.